Volkswagen's electric car range has expanded thick and fast, including a wide variety of different models like these behind me to suit lots of different drivers. So without further ado, let's dive straight into each and every one of them. As many of you may already know, Volkswagen electric vehicles are based within the ID sub-platform, which differentiates that from the normal Volkswagen range. Here today, I've got the Volkswagen ID.3, ID.4 and ID.5. But which one should you pick? Well, that's all down to personal preference, how it fits your lifestyle and what you need from a car. All three vehicles here with me today do take on a slightly different design approach, like this ID.3. It's like a conventional hatchback, almost like the Golf, but much more futuristic. Thanks to the ID DNA, it's instantly recognisable on the road. It's really practical too. It's got nice wide and opening doors, the boot is really accessible, and the interior, well, despite its compact dimensions, it's really spacious. Plus, the technology found inside the ID.3 is absolutely phenomenal. But what happens if you want a car which is a little bit bigger? Well, let's check out the ID.4. The ID.4 really just shows how attractive electric mobility can be. This is more of the classic SUV. It's lifted, giving you a better view of the road ahead, which is perfect for people who like that raised driving position. The ID.4 has a new redesign at the front over the ID.3. It's a little bit more aggressive. You've also got the IQ light system helping you out in a wide range of driving conditions and perfectly shaped alloy wheels which come as standard. You've also got roof rails with the ID.4, which is perfect if you're looking for that extended storage space or you'd like to take some bikes, for example, on a long weekend away. There's also streamlined door handles for better aerodynamics. And this also has a fantastic turning circle, a turning circle like that of a compact car, which is astonishing for a car of this size. Onto the ID.5 now, and well, just look at this. Volkswagen say that they've successfully achieved a modern synergy between SUV and coupe, and that's evident with a sloping roofline and integrated rear spoiler. It really is quite something to behold, and the rear light cluster is absolutely amazing. Similar to that with the ID.4, you really need to see it for yourself in the flesh. This ID.5 has also had a redesign on the front bumper. It's more aggressive than the ID.4 in my opinion anyway. Certainly check it out for yourself because lots of other people do on the road. It is certainly a head turner. Throughout the entire ID range, all of the interiors are really impressive and they all give you a sense of freedom thanks to how much space is inside the cabins. And as for the materials, well, they're excellent too. The driver can benefit from a multifunctional haptic feedback steering wheel with options for voice control and cruise control options at your fingertips. You've also got a fantastic, compact, nifty digital instrument cluster straight in front of you, providing you with all the relevant travel data you need to get to your next destination safely. To the left of that though is a brilliant colour touchscreen display. Now this houses a wide range of functions such as DAB radio, Bluetooth connectivity, full navigation system, and you can even access all of the climate control settings here along with all of the assist systems too. Lower down you've got cup holder storage and a very streamlined centre console with additional storage too. And the seats, well, they're absolutely magnificent. Independent armrests and they provide you with plenty of comfort and support for any journey. As mentioned, there is lots of space within the ID range, like with the ID.5 and the ID.4, which I'm in now. There's lots of rear interior space, loads of legroom and headroom. The rear passengers can also benefit from a folding centre armrest with space for 2 cup holders, and there's dual air vents there too with dual USB-C charging ports. Additionally, there's also integrated ISOFIX points into the rear seats, which make fitting child seat fixings really easy. Not to mention how comfortable and supportive these rear seats are. But what's it like in the ID.3? Well, let's find out. Sitting inside the Volkswagen ID.3 now, and while it's none less spacious than the ID.4 and the ID.5, I'm 6'2" for reference and there's more than enough space here for me. I could comfortably sit here for many hours and not feel uncomfortable at all. The rear passengers have gorgeous two-tone rear seats providing plenty of support, and they also have integrated ISOFIX points too, which make fitting child seats really easy. There's also a centre armrest too, which is deployable and has space for 2 cups, and in front of you you've got rear luggage pouches along with 2 USB-C chargers. Despite the Volkswagen ID.3's compact dimensions, it certainly doesn't feel small at all. Moving on to the topic of boot space now, and while we all know that the entire ID lineup has a very practical and spacious interior between the 3 models, But what does that do to the boot space? Well, you'll be surprised, because the ID.3 has 385 litres of boot space, which is more than the Volkswagen Golf. If though you move to the ID.4, well, you'll gain up to 543 litres of boot space, which is quite the jump from the ID.3. But if then you move to the ID.5, well, this is where you'll get the most amount of boot space at 549 litres. It's all up to personal preference, which space fits your needs the most. But one thing's for certain, you certainly won't be struggling for space at all. But what about the range? Due to the size and trim level of these vehicles, the range does differ. With the ID.3 in its biggest battery form, you can get respectable 343 miles, whilst you'll get up to 328 miles in the Volkswagen ID.4. The ID.5, while similar in size to the ID.4, can achieve a range of up to 327 miles on a single charge too. So then, I hope this gives you a better overview of the Volkswagen ID.3, the ID.4 and the ID.5. They're all exceptional cars packed full of technology, they're really practical and they look great on the road, not to mention the rapid charging times and the electric range to back them all up. It's something you need to experience for yourself, so do arrange a test drive. I'll also leave a link down below in the description where you can find out much more about each of these models, and if you click here it'll take you to our Swansway blog where you can see lots of useful tips and tricks along with the comparison blog of all three of these vehicles. But before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.